Hello, everyone. This is my persuasion speech. I'm sorry it's late. I had some complications in my life, but better late than never, I guess. And I did a presentation on my phone. I couldn't get it to go to the TV, so I was going to try to do it a little more professional, but here we go. Pro football, NFL. We all know it. We have watched it, and some love it, and others not so much. The oldest debate in question has been between NFL fans and college fans. Which sport is better? I'm here to let you in on a little secret. NFL is better in so many ways. The next few minutes, I will not only explain why NFL beats college, but I hope to have you walking away feeling the same. College football is great, that is for sure. You can't like in the NFL without enjoying college at least a little bit. I mean, college students and stars and athletes, it's just what you aspire to be. And at the end of the day, they end up in the NFL. That said, college has a little and sometimes no effect on how a player will perform in the NFL. There has been great players from the college level get to the NFL and just can't seem to make it, whether it be drugs, money, or even talent or lack thereof. There are so many different reasons why college is great, but then there are these for the NFL scouts and coaches and fans alike. College sometimes has bad influences on what players might be compared to what they could be. So, for instance, college teams play lesser talents. So now this player may look really good, but in reality or hindsight, he's not that great because he played lesser talent, which made him look good. But there's still an upside to college because they bring in education to the sport. Now, I know they play lesser talent, and that is an issue, but that's still also an upside because now that may give the second chance guy a chance to be seen, see what he can do. This also allows NFL scouts to somewhat see and take a chance on that second tier guy. This brings me to the big statement. The NFL is better than college for these reasons. There is a better coaching staff, positions, and teams. This allows college stars or studs to work and make a name for themselves. This, however, is also the downfall. This also drives athletes to work for money rather than wins. That's generally the biggest complaint as a college fan is that college players, they go for winning. NFL players, they are strictly for money. But that's not always true. Because what gives the NFL the upper hand is the bigger stage, there's more opportunities, and better teammates to allow full potential from that football player. A lot of people like to argue that money dictates how a player performs. Well, I agree and disagree with that. I admit that sometimes players take breaks from games once they've been paid, which refers to the big contract during or before the season starts. For instance, Le'Veon Bell chose not to play for the Steelers last year because he wanted to get paid, and the Steelers didn't want to pay him. So they had a disagreement, and he chose not to play. Now, in college, that wouldn't have happened. He would have played. So college gets the upper hand on that aspect. But here's the biggest part of money and contracts that people don't see, which Eric Dickerson, the former running back for the LA Rams, said this. In the NFL, they talk about contracts, but it's not really a contract. It's a 1-year agreement. If you have a 10-year contract, it means nothing if you get cut from the NFL. You get nothing. People don't like to talk about that. So with that said, how much does the money play into how they perform? That comes into question with that. But if you think college isn't affected, just look at the teams that got players and the caliber of players they got. Tell me that you've never heard of a booster or college giving players money to go to their schools. It happens all the time. Reggie Bush was just caught up in a scandal like that a few years back. USC had been paying players to sign with them. USC also won a national championship then, and it's come out in the woodwork. Well, that is how money plays a factor in the college behind the scenes. Unfortunately, money is the biggest downfall to all sports. Sports would be much better if there was less emphasis on money and more on winning. Although the flaws of the NFL extend or start with college to a lesser degree, here are the main reasons why pro football beats college. Pro football is the best of the college world. All the great college players go to pro. So if you love college, how can you hate pro? I mean, it's as if you're watching college all-star games all season long when you watch the NFL. College fans like to put down the NFL due to money, but in reality, a lot of players still play well and still try to earn more money. They let the Randy Mosses of the world dictate how they feel about the NFL. Randy Moss didn't always play his best and even admitted that he took plays off. But that's one person. The NFL is much more than that. This is the biggest stage for the best of the college football players to show the world that is in fact watching the game what they have. How does it get better than that? Tom Brady, quarterback for the New England Patriots, said it best when he said, "I think now in some ways pro football is more glorified to college football. Maybe the transition is more similar than what it used to be when I first started. I think football now, removing some of the physical elements of the game, it's more of a space game. You see a lot of college plays in the pro game than what I remembered when I started. That's kind of how things have went over the last bunch of years. This just shows you that although college football is great, the NFL is just a better version." Adrian Adama, writer of the Dana Marina, said, "One way the NFL is better is there's way more action," which is true. There is a faster pace. There's a lot more passing involved. The highest percent of passing rate in college football is held by Washington State, and it's 69.93%. The highest in NFL is held by the Minnesota Vikings, and they have a 70.53%. This shows that there's more passes in the NFL than college, and means there's a higher percentage of interceptions and catches, which makes the game way more fun and exciting. At the end of the day, we look at it like this. The NFL is a bigger stage for off and on the field contributions. It allows college fans to see how great that college player was because they're going against the best. And what they have to be the best is the coaching and training staffs, the best that money can buy. This is in every way, shape, and form outweighs the argument that college is somehow better than the pros.